Proverbs chapter 19 verses 2 and 3. Also, for the soul to be without knowledge is not good, and he that hasteth with his feet sinneth. A man's foolishness corrupts his way, and his heart fretteth against the Lord. A sober warning, these two verses, addressing a universal error, the tendency that many of us have to be doing, to be busy, to fuss. Some struggle with this more than others, but it's pretty common. We get fidgety. But there's a time for everything. There's a time for action, but there's also a time for waiting, for sitting still, maybe for reflection and prayer. You know, anxiety is like the wind blowing through an open window and scattering your papers into the air. Patience is a paperweight, and a paperweight sits still. It doesn't do anything. It just sits there. God loves order, which is why this proverb tells us that anxiety or fretting is against the Lord. It troubles the Lord. Now, we've occasionally nursed an injured bird, and the first task is to pacify it and make it sit still and stop injuring itself further. In Luke chapter 10, Jesus was in the house of two sisters, Mary and Martha. Now, Mary sat quietly at the feet of Jesus. It wasn't every day that Jesus came to visit. But Martha, it says, was distracted with much serving, and she approached Jesus and said, Lord, do you not care that my sister has left me to serve alone? Therefore tell her to come and help me. As this proverb tells us, he that hasteth with his feet sinneth, and his fretting is against the Lord. She's speaking to Jesus about it. And Jesus answered and said this to her, Martha, Martha, you're worried and troubled about many things, but one thing is needed, and Mary has chosen that good part, which will not be taken away from her. Never was this lesson more relevant than it is today. People are running to and fro and have lost the art of sitting still, let alone sitting still at the feet of Jesus. And that's the one thing needed. If Martha had known that Jesus would probably never visit their home again, that this was a one-off opportunity, would she have spent so much time making sure that everything was perfect? When Jesus was crucified, I wonder if Martha recalled that wasted time. And I imagine that when we see Jesus, those two sisters will both be at Jesus' feet. Sitting peacefully at the feet of Jesus is not a means to an end. It's an end in itself.